Michigan backcountry couple and co-hosts, Canadian native Colleen Kuehl and American husband Johnny Kuehl. Let's say Johnny B. Kuehl, since I know that now. Make no claim to being professional outdoor adventurers. However, both in their 50s have an amazing enthusiasm for paddling, backpacking, camping, and overlanding. They also find a great deal of pleasure simply sitting around a campfire, sharing a beverage with old friends and new friends alike. Their show, Backcountry Couples, airs on YouTube. And with that, welcome to the show, kids.
Well, hey, y'all.
Welcome to the show, kids.
Welcome to the cool show.
That's right on. You.
Welcome back to Backcountry Couples.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
Episode uno.
It is episode 1. Let's go.
Halfway to 2.
We are. All right. Happy Thursday.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Colleen.
We're the cool kids.
We are the cool kids.
Cool in the gang.
Uh-huh. Let's do it.
Right. Where are we going?
Right now?
What? Okay, you're off.
Yeah, let's go.
Anyways, the chat is like super full.
I'm loving that. I love that people are like chatting already. Let's do that. Looks good. Everyone's liking the intro. We're gonna chat about that in a minute too. But we do want to thank CW Getz for narrating, doing the voiceover for our intro.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not familiar with CW, check him out. He is out of Chicago and is
dude's a rock star.
Well, he was a rock star.
He's still
a rock star, but he actually was like a drummer rock star kind of thing, which is
dude
kind of
had
cool.
wild hair, man. He had like freaking Van Halen hair, man.
He did look like that. But we want to talk about a show, Outdoors People, every Wednesday. Catch him and his co-host
6 p.m. Eastern
Maya.
Standard, so it's 5 p.m. Central Time.
Yes.
So it's an hour show. Great guests. I mean, he's had like Kevin Callan, he's had Cliff Jacobson, and he has all these remarkable outdoor people. So
and from all over the world, and I think that's
global,
what's really
international.
Look at you, a little Spanish flair going on there.
Rico Suave.
Oh my god!
That's right. Take it in, darling.
So we do want to thank him. Glad you love it. We love the intro. We had to put the clips together, all that fun kind of stuff. So excited for that.
When she says we, she means her.
Right on. It's a good little tidbit of what we have happening. The other thing that we really need to do right off the hop is we need to thank Mickwick Fire Starters. Okay. And we're representing hard today.
I know. So we got some new hats.
We do.
So we just got in. So this is a
that's actually
it's like a moisture wicking.
It is. It's a waterproof hat.
Melon. That's what they are.
Yeah.
These are melon. So it's waterproof.
It is.
It's got a mesh on the back. Yeah, look at my neck.
As much as you're chatting about that, hun, that's actually only just for like adventurers. So my Carhartt toque is on their website for part of their swag. They also have their coffee,
Applewood smoked coffee beans.
Yeah, and it was so cute. I just watched Nicole Hikes a Lot, her video from the Red River Gorge, and she brought some Mickwick coffee with her.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, that was so stinking cute.
Nothing like having a sip on campfire next to.
I brought the orange hat out, not the green hat out, like last year. Last week, not last year. But this is mine. Safety first, right?
Mine.
It is mine because I love it.
I'm not allowed to have it.
You're not. But these are on the website. These are on the website.
Mm-hmm.
But we love Mickwick Fire Starters, and we love to share it out and chat about it. And in fact, our couples, right, who come on the show, they get a Mickwick little party pack.
Yes.
I'm gonna call it a party pack. I don't think it's called a party pack, but I like that now. But you get 3 Mickwicks, you get a sticker, and on the back also our code.
Just whatever you
right?
do, don't say constellation prize.
Not a constellation.
Constellation.
It's not a constellation. That's the stars.
Hey,
I got you. I know what you're saying. Anywho,
all right.
This is Mickwick. Show them what they're all about, honey.
Yes, dear.
Come on, let's go.
Hey. boom, just like that.
So dramatic. I can't even handle that. Sometimes it's wild.
All
so
right.
wait a minute, and our
Yes,
people are also going to get a
right.
sticker with the green tree, not the clear tree.
Right.
Green screen. But something I want to. Oh, you go first.
Are interested in any of the McWick
Yeah.
stuff? Please go to McWickFires.com, and if you do so, make sure you use the code KeelQuest. Cool Quest. You get 15% off your entire order. Just make sure you put that little space between the keel and the quest.
Yes.
And you'll be thebomb.com.
That's right. Another couple things. So not only is there the swag, the coffee, there's different, sizes you can get for the McWick, but there was a post I saw today. There's something like there's like 10 Thursdays until Christmas.
What the frick are you saying?
I don't know, but I feel like I got kind of like, oh my God.
Go to the bathroom right now. You know what? Wash your mouth out with soap.
I know.
It's not even Halloween yet.
I don't even know what that means, but I was like, oh my God, it's coming fast. Anyways, we are excited to have you all here.
I
might be in trouble. Whatever. Not the first time, just saying. But yes, we are excited you are all here to hang out with us. Like we said, it is Backcountry Couples.
And if you know any backcountry couples, send them our way.
Or if you are a backcountry couple, don't be shy. Okay. And
let's now for the chat.
Who's here?
We have Mr. Carlson.
What is up?
We have Tangent Trails. Tanya Browning.
Tanya, hey.
SB Raven Flintlock.
James, hello. Eric Cartman. Oh gosh, you're funny. I love it.
Super good.
Tim and Pamela. Whoop.
And Mr. Dustin Duane.
Hi, Mark.
And
here we go.
Half the second half of life.
Hiking the second half of life, which is Alan.
Right.
Who we met at the River Gorge. And see there, he's actually in Yosemite right now. So that's cool.
Lucky dog.
Philip
Beal.
Hi.
Hello.
Philip. Hi, Celeste.
Our level's in the house.
What up? Hey, friends.
How's things up there in Overland Land?
Oh, it is Overland Land tonight. That's right.
That
Adventure Anywhere. Hello.
Oh, the hippies are here.
And we got Darren Davidson. Hello.
Little Pony 67.
We got Corinda from Utah. Hi, friend. Super to have you here.
Oh, Gretchen's interacting.
Well, that's nice. Gretchen's in the house.
Hey. Pickles here.
Who?
Pickles.
We got Pickles is here. Oh my God, Melissa's here, and we got Patty and Troy.
Oh.
Josh. Hey
guys.
Those are our new friends from
down south.
The not Lake of the Huron. What's it called? Mouth of the Huron. So yeah, beautiful. I wasn't supposed to say that.
What?
Patty and Troy. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it. Shush. Anyways, hello everybody. We are excited to have you in the house tonight.
Yeah, that's top secret.
It was top secret. I know. A couple things scrolling across the bottom there.
And Darren Davidson.
I did. I said hi to him, and he's saying hey back, which is cool.
There you go.
So, if you have a question for our guest this evening, okay,
K.
That's a pretty good K. I like that.
That's pretty.
Yeah. So put the capital K. If we don't get to it right away, John he'll mark it, right? So then we'll get back to it, which is really, really great.
Yep. So it goes inside with the chat.
Right. The other thing is we had a busy weekend last weekend. It was my honey's birthday.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. So I'm sure you want to thank everybody for their awesome wishes and beautiful
wishes. I was a beautiful weekend. All my teams won.
Yeah. So we had a killer weekend away.
Griffins won on Friday.
Really awesome.
Maize and Blue on Saturday.
Yeah.
Lions on Sunday.
So you had a fun-filled birthday weekend.
I had the hat trick.
It was a hat trick. Could have been a trifecta too. Just saying. Or was it triple crown? Shall we throw another analogy for sports out there for you?
Triple threat.
Oh, that's it. The triple threat. Anyways,
it's a birthday month. It's still
yeah, I know. And if you weren't here last week, we did mention that we definitely are going to be doing Backcountry Couples twice a month. Okay. And we do that
unless
because
there's 3 weeks or 5 weeks in a month.
Well, yeah, true, right? So we want to
every other month.
Yeah, every other month.
Every other week. Scratch that, reverse it.
Yeah. And it's just because we want to be able to get out and enjoy some more of the fall and winter camping and whatever that looks like. We do a few things booked, which is awesome. And we're going to be excited to share that with you. So let's go. Let's do it. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Oh man, I can tell you about this couple first.
by all means.
I'm going to. So this couple first, we're going to have them on the show the end of last season.
Mhm.
And we ended up cutting our season at the end of April. So we're just like, that was it. And we were done, which was awesome. So we have to get them back. And we have a ton of mutual friends. And it was really like fun to get them on the show here. So I'm going to tell you about them. So this couple,
And we had the great opportunity of meeting them.
we have,
a couple weeks
which is
ago.
rare if we meet our couples ahead of time, you know. So this couple, they're not Canadian. Don't say A.
You are.
Well, I am. Well, this week's couple resides
I'm
in
just very
Ohio. They have a love of everything outdoors. I love this. You ready? Hiking, Machu Picchu, underground kayaking, backpacking in and around their state. They have been crossing off awesome hikes off their list and basically any type of traveling as long as they're doing it together. How awesome is that? I know. So welcome from Willie Outdoors, Willie and Gretchen.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yes, thank you for
Oh
having us.
man,
Pleasure is all ours.
long time coming.
I know it's only been 2 weeks.
Yay.
Oh, right, I know. Already, you got look. They are an awesome couple.
Oh,
Thank you, Brian.
thank you.
Isn't that so
You're
nice?
awesome too.
All right. So
Don't
awesome.
say that too loud. It might go to his head.
It might go to Brian's head. Yeah, right. But we do.
No,
we
he's a
do.
cool kid.
And we go, Tanya, we love you guys. Yay.
Oh, I love you,
We love you guys.
Oh, you got an awesome welcome already. But we always love to share how we got to know you. But John just said, like, obviously we got to know you like through this platform, social media, all that fun kind of stuff. And we did, like, we got to meet you a couple of weeks ago at the Red River Gorge. And I was like, what a surprise. Because we did a little day hike with Alan, and he's, we were talking about the show and all that fun kind of stuff. And Alan's like, they're kind of like my neighbors. And I'm like, what? And he's like, and they're coming. And we're like, what? No way. So what a pleasure it was to meet you both ahead of time.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Same here.
It was
Right?
super cool. Sitting around the fire and just catching up.
Well, that was the whole thing. It was a quick, because you guys were only in for one day.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the whirlwind tour. So I have a little picture I want John to put up here. I'm sure people have seen it, but there's something special about this picture. Okay. Okay, you ready? Okay. So I saw this picture. Wait a minute. So this is day one. So this is our Friday night.
That's a cut.
That
and
was
paste.
all
And I
hard.
was looking at it and I was like, oh, look at them, everyone. I was like, they weren't there till Saturday. And then I'm like, you little bums, you cut and pasted your pictures in there.
We were there in spirit.
Yeah, 100% you were.
Absolutely.
Oh,
On our way, yeah.
I laughed so hard when I saw that photo. I'm like, you guys are killing me. So fun. My God. Uh-oh, what did we get here? Uh-oh.
Oh.
What, we lost our beeps?
I hit the wrong one. Meant to
So,
take
oh
out
my
picture.
gosh. So that just like set the tone for this whole like conversation. I'm like, these guys are total fun, right? Like, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
We always start our interview with two questions. One is,
How'd y'all meet?
Well, we both were living in.
we look at each
quote-unquote-
other.
Pause for
I'm like, who wants to go?
We met at work. You know,
We worked in the same building,
same
but
building.
in different floors. And,
Okay.
we would take breaks outside and, I saw him, he saw me, and the
How you
rest
doing?
is history.
that's what happens when you take too many breaks instead of working. Things happen. Yeah.
Did you take extra breaks at work?
Maybe we did.
Maybe we did. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I feel like so.
And, and our
Sneaky.
friends were like, I had a friend and she's like, hey, have you met Brooklyn? And I'm like, Brooklyn? Yeah, it's this guy that came from New York. We call him Brooklyn. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I've seen him. And then, we exchanged numbers and he asked me out, and we've been together 22 years.
We dated for 5 years.
17 of those married.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Awesome.
Congrats. Very
you.
cool. I love it. That's amazing. I think that's what's so nice too. You know what I mean? Is that everybody is not always like, oh, I'm going to meet you here or there, whatever. But at work, we've actually had a few people who have met each other at work, which is interesting. I love that. And growing up, were either of you outdoorsy?
I was.
Oh, you were.
My dad was a scoutmaster. It was called a scoutmaster, then, and it was all boys. So he would occasionally do co-ed trips, and I would get to go. And then later, when I was in college, I did a couple of trips, and I've always loved it. But
I was born and raised in New York, so my parents never took me camping. They don't know what that is, but we started camping when we moved to Ohio. Our first car camping was at Allen Creek in Ohio.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And in my 40s, that's when I loved it. And I've always watched the movies and man, I want to go camping and I want to do that. And she brought it to me, and we love it. We love doing it together.
What that translates to is that I brought the adventure into his life.
Yeah.
Basically.
She's good.
Bonus.
I know, right? Like, fucking guys, stop it already. You can't even handle that.
So you started off car camping and stuff like that, but did you was your niche leaning more towards hiking, or how did you develop into like avid hiking?
We didn't know what backpacking or hiking was.
No, I was hiking. You didn't
until she started watching YouTube videos.
Yep.
Like she started watching Tony and Missy from Our World Outdoors and a bunch of YouTubers, and then I kept looking at her like, what are you watching? And then I started watching YouTube backpacking and hiking, and that's how we got introduced with all the gear and the places that we wanted to go. So yeah. Little by little. I think our first trip was in Zaleski.
Yes, but before that, I was doing plenty of hiking. I would just go with our dog Bailey's, and you wouldn't go.
Oh yeah.
But then we got into,
okay.
backpacking.
I love it. I love it. I just want to say one thing before we go any further. When we first met you guys a couple weeks ago, we at the same time we always went, we love your logo. We love your logo. We love the colors. Like, awesome.
Well, I love blue and she loves green. That's why,
But the logo,
like, and the
my
logo,
my brother did it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my brother. Awesome. Yeah, he did an awesome job.
Beautiful, gorgeous. Like,
he gets all the
it's
credit.
A great logo. And then, well, everyone's in the chat too. How can everybody find you? Like, you're on YouTube, right?
Yes, Willie Outdoors on YouTube. I have also an Instagram. It's Outdoors Willie.
Yep.
And Facebook. But that's all I use. I don't use anything else.
Yep. Perfect. Good. So everybody make sure you go over and check them out, become friends, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess see what they're up to because they got lots going on.
Totally.
So you guys have had some awesome trips together.
Yeah. Machu Picchu.
I know. But before we even get into that how do you choose your trips?
Well, Machu Picchu was in Gretchen's bucket list. She's always been wanting to do that. And she's a planner. I'm not. I'm just go with the flow.
My girl, right there.
She did a lot of research, and we went with a guided tour, excellent G Adventures guided tour in Peru. So we flew to the capital of Lima. We stayed overnight, and then they drove us from Lima to Cusco.
No, we flew.
We
flew from Lima to Cusco.
And then we acclimated when we were at Cusco, and then we started that amazing hike. We had our porters. We had our own chef. They only allowed us to carry 15 pounds, and it was 4 days, 3 nights, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And the elevation is what got us. We got sick with the elevation, the altitude sickness. Yeah.
Well, how much
It
time
was an
did
amazing
you have?
trip.
How much time did you have to acclimate though? Like before you started?
Did you do any pre-hike training prior to heading out there?
We did local trips around here, in Ohio, but it's not the same. There's something you can't train when you hit all that high altitude.
Yeah,
It was like 14,000 feet.
That was the highest point. It's definitely
guess-
the elevation.
Oh, was it 14,000?
That'd be,
That's the
yeah,
highest point.
the what's that?
That Woman's Pass is the highest point that we backpacked. So we got to Cusco, I think 2 days before starting the trip, and Cusco is at 10,000 feet. So, just right off the bat, you're already feeling the signs of it.
Okay.
Well, we started taking altitude sickness pills, and our tour guide,
Is that a thing?
Yes.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Odie, awesome
Yeah.
tour guide. He said to stop taking those high altitude pills because they'll get you sick. He said, let your body, take breaks, as many breaks as you can,
Mhm.
and take, because I was on the run.
Wow.
I was not lightheaded and I was not doing well, but we made it. We did the whole trip. It was awesome.
So, what could you have done differently to prepare for that?
So in retrospect, I would have stayed an additional day in Cusco before starting the hike. So I would have added a day to my trip. So at least I had like a couple of days before hitting the trail
Yeah, instead
Okay.
of one day was not
instead
enough.
of one day.
Yeah.
And I would
What,
definitely not take the medication. I would just
Okay.
let
What was
my
the,
body.
That's what I'm thinking too. I was like,
what was your elevation at your base?
at the base camp? You mean? Oh, that's a good question.
Each night or where we
No,
started?
so where you started? You said you wanted to stay
10.
another day prior to 10,000.
Oh,
Wow.
10,000.
10,000 feet.
Okay.
10,000.
That's
And
Yeah,
crazy.
so I mean, yeah, compared to Ohio, it's only you're like probably less than 1,000 above sea level, and
Mhm.
so yeah, I totally agree with that.
That
I mean,
is
it's very similar
crazy.
to the hike that ATOD and Chris did up there in Colorado.
Oh yeah, when you climb any of the 14ers, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just
Mhm.
insane.
Crazy.
Wow. Well, so how long were you in Peru for?
We were there
It was about a week.
a week.
Yeah, it was a week.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice. That is awesome.
I know it's on my
We
to
would,
do.
yeah. I don't know if are you familiar with Trekking Pals? Do you know them at all? So Habiba,
No.
they were on the show, and she's actually planning it is planned a Machu Picchu trip, I think in November coming up. So
Yeah.
her and
Oh,
Alex,
that's
yeah. So
awesome.
so I was like, oh wow, it'd be so incredible. And I mean, obviously that's like incredible getting to like Peru, but
We have a quick.
you have a
hold on.
question first?
Yeah, quick question.
Oh.
So it's talking bucket list. Dustin
Oh.
asks, "What is your biggest bucket list adventure that you're still planning for someday?"
Ooh.
We got so many. My bucket list is hitting all 50 states before I kick the bucket.
There you go.
That's cool.
Well, you just turned 50, so I mean, you got 50 to go, right?
Yeah, I think
about
we've hit a lot of places. We want to hit a new place every year, before we retire.
Yeah,
How about you,
absolutely.
Greg? You got another bucket list?
I would love to through hike the Pacific Crest Trail.
Whoa, go big or go home, girl. Holy moly. That's
Not
good.
me.
That's the
Not
trail
you.
that
You're
has
not
my
doing
heart.
it.
No, not me.
Oh, see, that's on my list too, because I'm like, I want to do a little bit. He's saying no too.
I'll
I
drop
know.
you off.
I want to do a little through hike as well.
I'm gonna get my
That's
red
okay, they can
convertible
support
and
us.
cruise.
They can
I'll,
just meet
I'll
us at
cruise
town.
the coastline.
Maybe. Let's go. Trey,
I'll be the trail angel at each meeting.
Yeah, I'll want some trail magic. So Trey is here, and they said they really love Willie's Adventures. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. But I mean, obviously you've been to Peru and it's all like fancy pants and that's an awesome bucket list. But you've been to Michigan?
Yes.
We love Michigan.
Love Michigan.
Yeah.
We did
That's
Picture
awesome.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Picture Rocks actually with Alan, hiking the second half of life, which I believe he's tuning
He
in.
did.
We did the Lakeshore Trail, the 42 miles from Munising Falls to All Sable. We did the whole trip. That trip was awesome. Yeah.
That is cool.
And Manistee River, we love going to Manistee River, doing the loop.
Yes.
I did Hoist Lake with a friend of mine.
Oh.
Last
You did Hoist Lake?
year.
Last
Last
year.
year. Yes, I was gonna tell you when we were pre-talking.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to say so many things.
Okay.
What else have we? Oh, we did somewhere last year that where my pad deflated.
Oh, we stayed at a state park. I forgot the name of that place.
All I remember is that then
Were you on the east side or the west side of the state?
Oh, geez.
We don't remember.
When was
Yeah.
it?
Ludington, South Haven, Grand Haven, Holland.
I'll look for it. It was
Because Gretchen was meeting up with a friend of hers to do to an animal sanctuary, and then we decided to do a road trip, stay at a local camp nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Crazy. So when you guys were at the Manistee River Trail, we were there like a month before you.
Oh.
Like just a month. I was like, no way.
gosh.
Yeah, I know. We could have planned it, which is fun.
No.
I know. But when you guys did the Manistee River Trail, so a couple things. One is we have never had any problems with like animals, bears, nothing. But you had some people like or some neighbors. Didn't they warn you about a bear?
Right at camp. Yeah, right at camp.
Was that the NCT side or the Manistee River side?
The
NCT?
NCT side. I think it was
Yes.
6-7 miles. It's almost a nice pine forest.
It is.
Yep.
Right before you cross the bridge. We
I
were
know
eating
exactly.
dinner, and our neighbors came up to us, and they said, "Oh, did you guys see the bear that
Right there?
that passed them?" And we said, "No, my appetite just forget about it. I lost my appetite."
I spilled the dinner.
Oh no.
And we
So
were
you were nervous.
like, looking for the bear. Yeah.
So did you bring bear spray?
No.
Oh.
Or a canister. We
Okay.
Bear hanger stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. They're just big teddy bears.
They're fine. They are. They're fine. So
I
try duty
know.
thing near Eddington Creek. But
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta say one thing. Mark was saying, caution, these guys do Manistee in a single day. It was by accident. It wasn't on purpose. But we did it. We did it for sure.
Oh my
But
gosh.
on that, when you guys did the Manistee River Trail, you did so I think Willie, you had a hammock, and then Gretchen, you were in a tent. Why did you do that?
Because I didn't know any better back then and would say things like ground dweller for life. But I'm over that.
You're over that?
I know better now.
It only took her to sleep in my hammock, and all you hear her is snoring. So,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
It's I don't snore. It's just it's the creatures of the night.
It's alleged. Like Willie would show me a video of somebody snoring and the screen is black. And he's like, "This is you." And I'm like, that could be anybody.
That could be
I can't,
right.
That could be anybody.
Agree.
So.
Yes.
I will turn the light on.
I can tell you right now, Gretchen's you just stop it.
Wait till the next episode of Backcountry Couples. We'll have the proof.
That's a terrible idea.
Oh, man. Hey, man, the views are going to go off the chart.
Oh, my God. I know.
It's Colleen snoring.
No, I know.
Habitat.
But so Manistee River Trail is gorgeous, right? Obviously, we know that.
It is.
Yeah. And we've done it twice now. And
but
I mean,
it's getting
busy.
super
Busy. Yeah.
Depending on when time of the year.
Try Duty, who's in the chat, he actually did it in the wintertime last year.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
He's hiking backwards too.
And I think so. Yeah, for sure. The
It's a long
other,
drive for us, so we do a 2 minimum, one night at the NCT side and
yeah,
Yeah.
and the second
yeah.
in Manistee.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did the very first time that we did it too.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was great for sure. But let's just do picture rocks real quickly. You guys did it from Munising to
Yes.
Sabo. We did it the other way. So how was it going that way?
I don't know. This is our first time we did it that way, so maybe if we decide to do it again, we
We'll
would
go the
do
other
it
way.
the other way.
Try it
and
the
see.
other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any way's better than the other or whatever, but the one thing about when you guys were, oh my gosh. But you know what's crazy is that you're up on those cliffs and you're like, oh, I'm surrounded by water. Lake Superior is right there. But you got to like hand and knees up a mountain and to get down to get water and get your feet wet and everything else. But it's not
And
It's sand everywhere.
right. I know. But
Yeah,
I loved it.
climb the sand dunes like Al and I.
Yeah.
We climbed the sand dunes almost at the end to see the lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
At our last campsite, and we asked Gretchen, and Gretchen said, "No, I'm going to take a nap." And she actually recorded us crawling up on the sand dune.
I know,
me and
I saw
Alan.
that.
Yeah, we were struggling because
hard
it
work.
was not easy. Yeah,
no,
it's a workout.
hiking in sand is
It's boo.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, I do it, but yeah.
And then, I mean, it's going to be super windy up there, right? I mean, that's a challenge for picture rocks too.
Mhm.
So, anywho,
Yeah, I don't know
it.
if you caught it when we were talking about it the time. So the week prior to us getting there, she had one of her biggest storms she's had since these. So the locals said the storm was very equivalent to the same storm that sunk the Edmund Fitzgerald.
They were saying it was that nuts the week before we got there.
So
Wow.
we're talking.
Yeah.
There was 26-foot waves with 30-foot swells.
So, like the tops of the cliff, the waves were coming up that high. Can you imagine?
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So it was, and then it was subsiding when we started on the week after on Tuesday, and then by Thursday it was like she was like crystal calm.
Yeah. So, which is gorgeous for sure. But you have been to a place that I really wanted to go to, and we were going to go last October, and it didn't materialize because we ended up going to hike Pictured Rocks. Is we were going to go with Todd and Elise from Inner Element to the Foothills Trail in South Carolina.
Yes. That was a lot of fun because we did it with a nice big group. I think it was 6 of us.
Yes. It was
Okay.
sexy months.
6 of us, and that trip was planned by our friend Sam, that he lives in Nelsonville, Ohio.
Okay.
And he planned that trip, and we had an amazing time. The only bad fall for that trip, we went for a week, and it rained every single day.
Oh no!
Every day it rained, except for the last day. It gave us a break. Our gear never dried up. So imagine putting your wet clothes in the morning.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Everything smelled.
Yeah. Well, because it's 60. What? No, 60.
How many miles was that?
No, 70.
It was 70.
It's supposed to be 77.
But
we all ended up with way more than that.
Everybody had different mileage. Had like 80, 85, 90.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. But they say it's around 77.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I feel like every time you look at a map, like, oh, this is like, no, it isn't. It's always wrong. Come on. Right. But that trail, so 2 things I loved about. One is obviously we've never been to South Carolina. But is the trail along water the entire time? Like, so it's easy to like access water?
Some parts, not that much.
No.
There's some creeks and some water source along the way, but not that.
But I think all the campsites, except for the first one that we stayed at, had cisterns that the Boy Scouts have built.
What?
And those, they work. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly, but they like build like some sort of well situation, and the water just collects in there.
Yeah.
And so I I can't remember. I remember a couple of times like getting water off of a rock on a stream, but most times we would just get to camp and either there was a stream or there was that kind of water
So you didn't have to
situation.
carry. See,
No.
that's
There was
nice.
plenty of
Okay,
water.
that's
There's
good.
Yeah,
plenty
there's plenty of
to-
water. Yeah, there is
Yeah.
plenty of water. I think the
Okay.
last day is that is dry, and that's why we did it the way we did it, because
Okay.
the last 8 miles, which I guess would be the beginning if you start, the other way, it's all like rock facing and tall, so you're away from the water. So that day you would carry, but it was 8 miles just hiking out,
Okay.
and we
Yeah.
didn't.
I think it was the second last night where we stayed at the camp. I forgot the name of the campsite, but we were literally on the river, and so much rain. It was that
Yes.
river was roaring.
Oh, that was
sounded so
amazing.
loud.
Yes.
Before the suspension bridge.
I'm looking for
Okay.
it.
Wow. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
And
it still
we purchased the long map of the whole trail,
yeah, I saw
and-
that.
and we left it home, so we didn't do anything.
Because I
Oops.
see, yeah.
You know, when they
Some
say
people
you always leave
those,
something
yeah.
behind, we left the map that time for that trip. Yeah.
Was it Burroughs Ford Camp? Or was it
Burroughs?
Hidden Camp?
It was one of those. I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's water
Oh, no,
sources.
Tuxley. I don't
You
know.
know,
Yeah, there is plenty.
plenty
you don't
of
have
water
to worry
sources. You
about
don't have to
carrying
carry,
a ton.
a bunch of water.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys just did a little hike that I've always wanted to do too. And I want John to bring a little picture up here. How do I do it, honey? Just like this?
Yep.
Oh, it's the
Oh. In
ponies.
top 5, I've been twice. Yes.
Right.
That's a good picture.
Yes, I have been twice. It is so beautiful.
So tell everybody where you're at, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, that was at Grayson Highlands
Yeah,
Okay.
in Virginia.
in Virginia.
It's
Yep.
part of the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah,
Right.
that was we did it in how many days?
We did 3 days, 2 nights. Because
Okay.
we drove the first day and we did 4 miles. And then 11 and 6 or 13 and 6 or something like that.
Yeah, we went
Right.
with a good group of friends. It was about 5 of us or 6.
I think so.
Yeah,
I was the only girl. Love those trips.
yeah.
So
I just
are
a
you
baby.
camping?
I'm sorry?
Top it. Are you camping with the horses or the ponies?
I mean, they're
nearby.
They're nearby. They'll come and they'll get into camp.
Yeah, they'll get close to you. They'll start nibbling if your hands are salty or sweaty or your trekking poles.
Or they'll
I
eat
know.
the cork and the trekking poles.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I
I
can
mean,
do
it's not
that.
overkill, but
Okay.
I'm okay with it. But
Okay.
but I mean, they're just minding their business. But
Right.
you're extra salty, they're gonna come over.
Okay. Crazy. But yeah, that's something. 'Cause you see so many pictures. So how far is that from you guys?
Virginia,
Was that 6 hours?
I think it's about 6.5.
Maybe 6.5.
6.5 hour
6.5,
drive.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
But not too terrible.
That's
bad.
not terrible.
No,
Not at all.
all.
No, you just gotta plan for it. That's all, right?
yeah, you can still get some miles if you wanted that first day and
Yep.
camp. But that area you have to camp at the designated areas.
Oh, for sure. Like, I
Okay.
mean, it looks so super busy every time you see
Mhm.
pictures of it. And like you said, it's part of the Appalachian Trail, rather.
The
So,
Appalachian Trail, yes.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you're fighting with all the through hikers and stuff too, I'm sure.
There's a cave, they call it the Fat Man Squeeze or something up there
Mhm.
when you get on top.
What the heck is that?
It's a cave and you gotta, they call it the Fat Man Squeeze, but you gotta squeeze in.
It's plenty wide. It's plenty wide.
Yeah.
There are tighter
Okay.
spots where other places that I've had to take my pack
Okay.
off and everything, but they do call it the Fat Man Squeeze.
That's funny. I haven't heard that before.
Well,
That's
now,
cool.
now you
Now
have.
we have. Oh gosh, I love it.
You get to squish like the grape.
I know. We have another little question that we want to pull up here, honey. So
So, as Colleen was talking about in your intro, you did some underground kayaking. And Dustin wants to know.
It
Sounds very
It
interesting.
sounds intriguing.
Yeah,
Intriguing.
that's in
Yeah.
Kentucky, the underground gorge in Kentucky. Yeah, we did it with some friends, and it's nice and cool. There's a tour guide. They have lights. You're kayaking on your own. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and there's a lot of fish. I don't know what kind of fish because I don't fish, but there's a
There's
lot of
fish in
fish in
that?
there.
Probably
Yeah, there's
catfish.
fish, and they're big fish. Yeah,
There's Willie back there.
Really?
And there's Willie, Patty, and next to Patty,
Okay.
Tony, and Tony
yeah.
back
Our
there.
friends. Yeah,
Those people in the front, we don't know who they are.
Get
they
out
were
of
from
here.
another group. Yeah.
So are the
You
lights?
can also rent a kayak that has the lights under it
And it's clear.
and it's clear, so you can even see from the bottom of the kayak.
Okay, but you guys didn't get that one. But wait a minute. So I have two questions. One is, I don't like small spaces, like caves
Look
are.
how big that is.
I
That's
know
huge.
it's not my jam, but I'm just saying, is it
It's not.
claustrophobic?
It's not close to full.
Mm-mm.
No,
You
it's
know
not
what I
close to
mean?
full.
It's
No.
plenty
Okay.
wide.
It's pretty high. The ceiling's pretty high, and it's pretty wide, and everybody's spread out and kayaking. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't feel claustrophobic.
That water's
Because that's not
pretty,
his jam.
pretty
I
crystal
do
clear, isn't it?
caving, and Willie, that's not his jam. So it needs to
Okay.
be pretty wide. But me, yes, I cave, and I like to be squeezed through things where there's a little bit of
Oh
water
my
and
God,
like
maybe we're not going to be best friends, then, Gretchen.
Love it.
I can't do that.
I've only found like one person that wants to do it with me. So
Yeah, he will. He
I'll
loves
do
it.
it.
He's your diver, squeezer, whatever you
Awesome.
want to
Because I
call
know
it.
Yes.
I think that water's like pretty crystal clear underneath you, isn't it?
it is.
It is, yes.
That looks so cool, though. I was like, I could probably do that. So, man, I love it.
Oh, we got just a quick side question.
Oh.
Carlson wants to know, will Willie and Gretchen be at the Indiana meetup next weekend?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are. We're not gonna miss it.
We're
We
not
missed
missing
the last two. We're definitely gonna
Okay.
be there at the end of this month.
And I'm
Oh, that-
baking. I'm bringing the
We're
cornbread.
bringing some good goodies for
Oh,
everybody.
some stuff. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not
That
gonna
is-
miss it this time.
It's gonna sound like it'd be a good group. It's like the chili cook-off, not a cook-off, but a chili
Like a chili event,
deliciousness.
yeah.
I think, yeah, right. I love
We will
that.
unfortunately not be
I
there.
know we're not gonna be able to make it,
No,
but that's
we're
okay.
going to Connecticut.
We're going to Canada, so it's a little family trip. We need to go say hi to everybody there. So yeah,
I've been to
right.
Canada too.
You have? Where'd you go?
I have. I've backpacked twice, a couple of sections of the Bruce Trail. So
Bruce
the
Trail's
up in Tobermory.
Yep.
So
It's beautiful up there, isn't it?
It
Thick,
is.
I know.
mossy.
Gorgeous. That's cold
It
water.
is.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. And then I went
Right?
to Flower Pot Island the first
Yes.
year as well. So yeah,
You see all the
I've been
snakes?
wanting
you
to go
camp-
so.
Did you camp
Yeah, we
overnight there?
camped.
So
Yeah,
did
we had all the
we.
campsites. Yes.
Oh my
But I went
gosh.
with a female friend of mine. So we
It was
Okay.
a girls' trip. I wasn't invited. So.
You were
Oh man.
well, you just have to go next time. Did you see all the snakes? Wasn't it crazy?
Yes, all
Oh
the
my
snakes.
Stop
Yes.
it. I know, it's just craziness.
They're just snakes. They're harmless.
They're out there, and
There's
yeah.
like a million of them. Come
I'm
on.
just like,
Yeah, when you
calm
get
down. I already
it's
saw some
always
of
a
you.
good
Go
trip
back
when you
to
get to the
wherever.
campsite and you got
Ugh.
piles of them.
Ugh. Yuck. I'm out for sure.
Yeah.
We have another question, honey.
Mad
Ooh,
Hippies
My gosh, this
wa-
is so good.
would like to know your sleep system.
Oh.
So their question is sleep system, double quilt and double pad, question mark. We're big fans.
No, we it's single quilt. I use a Dutch Work Chameleon, my Cedar Ridge Outdoors, which unfortunately they're not doing any more quilts. My UGQ top quilt they're from Michigan. UGQ a top quilt, and
No pad.
we don't use pads. I toss and turn a lot, and I sleep on my side. So I sleep comfortable with my hammock. And my tarp is from Trailheads. They're actually from John and Rammel from Dayton, Ohio. And we also have a Dyneema tarp from Hammock Gear.
Yeah, that's for the summer setup.
Gretchen has the same, the Dutchware Chameleon hammock.
No pad quilts. And then for me in the summer, I'm an ultralight backpacker, so I have a hammock that Jeremy from All Things Outdoors made me, and it's 6 ounces.
Sweet.
And
We
it
love
doesn't
Jeremy.
have a bug net, so I will do that way into now that it got cold. Now I switched to my chameleon, but I'll go with that hammock from spring to fall. So that's the difference, but same no pad, same quilt company, and same tarp company.
Nice.
And then the pillow is a Thermarest.
Okay. The whatever it's called, a luft or something.
Aloof?
Yeah, that one that is
You roll up.
you roll it up, but then it
Goes
ends up
inside
being
its
huge
own.
anyway. It's
Yeah.
like full of the foam. I forget what it's called.
It's a Thermarest.
But it's a
pillow.
Thermarest. Yeah, you don't inflate it or anything. It has like foam.
Yeah. Got it.
I love that
Crazy.
thing.
So what made you go then from when you were at the Manistee River Trail, right? Willie, you had the hammock, you had the tent, and then you were just like, wait a minute, tried it out. And you're a hammock girl now. This is it.
I mean, pretty much. So that Canada trip that I did with my friend Holly was the first time that I slept in a tent by myself, because we were sharing a tent all, forever.
Sure.
And before that, I'm sure I was sharing a tent with friends or whatever. And then I slept by myself in the Canada trip, and I'm like, hold up, I don't want anybody else ever in my space. And at the same time, Willie was saying that he wanted to be in a hammock because he was getting uncomfortable on the floor. So he went to hammock. I stayed tenting by myself for a while. And then we were doing a trip here in Ohio at a place called Archer's Fork, which is in southern Ohio and Matamoros, part of Wayne National. And he said, hey, you want to try the hammock? And I'm like, sure. So he brought this setup where he started with, which is a Wise Owl setup from Amazon, which is super comfortable. And I tried it that one night, and I don't know if it was the adult spirits or that the coyotes were really loud, but I know that I slept all night, and I said never again. And got home and immediately called. I started with a hammock from a different cottage vendor, and immediately contacted her. Autumn Ultralight. And I said, hey, I want a hammock, and got it. And now I have like 5, and now I don't even use a bug net. So I mean, it's just been this evolution. But I will be sleeping on the floor in Indiana next weekend.
Yeah, I don't sleep well on a tent. I sleep better, and I love my hammock.
Yeah, same.
So awesome. Same. I mean, we're still ground dwellers, but I like it. I really do.
I used to love it too. Yeah. But I also need my space, girl. I don't need anybody on my pad or or pulling the shit. I'm like, no.
Right. So what of a weight difference do you see compared to bringing a tent to a hammock setup?
For me, I had weight savings.
Yeah, for sure.
I was using the Lanchan, which is not that heavy, but with that and the pad, and I have an emo tensor, so it's still not super heavy, but it ended up being, the hammock is just so light, and it ended up being that the quilt was lighter than bringing the pad anyways, and I was bringing the top quilt, and
Brian.
I am. Oh yeah, that's true about stringing it at the vehicles. That's true.
Oh yeah, that's right, Mark. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
I'm a side sleeper, so my hips would always hurt on the floor. So that to me is the biggest. But I did love the idea of the tent being like this little home, and you got all your stuff spread out, and that changes. I mean, there's ways to do that in the hammock, but it's definitely different. But I'm used to it.
The weight for me, I don't care about the weight.
You don't care.
The difference between the tent and the hammock.
Right.
You still got to bring an air pad. You still got to bring a quilt. So to me, I don't know. Doesn't
So
make a
it,
difference
yeah.
for me.
Does how many days you go, your trip is planned for, depend on what setup you're using?
Yeah, I mean, in the winter, you're not gonna do that many
Because you're
miles,
getting
so you can
heavier.
pack.
Yeah,
You got to bring heavier and warm clothes and more
right.
gear, of course.
But I always bring the hammock unless I know that I cannot hang.
Yeah,
So
if you
like
can't
when
hang
we
it,
went
it
out,
makes sense.
yeah, when we went out west to the Grand Canyon and we were staying, we stayed at the campground, but we knew we flew, but we brought our gear with us.
Yep.
We knew that we were gonna have to sleep on the floor, so we brought a tent.
Right. Who made your flies? They're outstanding. I missed who you said that was.
Trailheads
He
from
made
John.
those?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can have them custom made.
You can anything you want.
John
Because you got like
Ramo from
Van
Trailheads.
Gogh,
Mhm.
Van Gogh Starry Nights over here, and those like
Oh, I'm gonna have the big house put on
and
mine.
you do, I don't know, maybe. And then he's got like, I don't know, it's like the Northern Lights from like Michigan.
Northern
Yes,
Lights.
yes.
Yeah, Starry
Yeah.
Nights for her.
Yeah.
Like gorgeous.
Winter, can't wait.
Yeah,
So,
Trailheads.
I was-
They're cottage vendors from Dayton, Ohio.
yeah.
But
Very cool.
They're awesome
They
people.
are. They're
They
amazing
host
couple.
also host a nice meetup at his
His
backyard.
property.
His
Right.
property. He has like 100 acres, and
Yeah.
they're awesome people.
They are.
Yes,
Right.
love
We
them.
heard about he knows how to throw a good party, apparently.
Yes, he
That's
does.
awesome. And then obviously from that picture, like you don't care, like you embrace every season.
Yeah, I do have, I mean, my cap is like 17 degrees. Like anything under that,
Yeah,
it's
when
a little
your
cold.
fingers start getting numb, it's not fun.
Yeah, I mean
But,
that's not fun, obviously. Right.
But I love
What
waiting for it to snow.
it is. It's beautiful. It's kind of crazy, actually. I know. Oh, one more question first.
One more question.
Okay.
So Dustin
Not
has
just
another
one more.
question. Any time spent adventuring in New York?
No, but we're
we
going
just-
to New York.
We just got back. We went to the falls and stayed at
Oh yeah,
that
that's right.
campground.
We
and we did
did
all that
the Niagara
hiking.
Falls. We actually stayed at the 4 Miles
Campground there.
campground
Yeah.
near Buffalo, because
Yeah.
we wanted to see the Niagara Falls on the New York side. We've been to the Canadian Niagara Falls side, but yeah,
Which
we
is
did
better.
stay. Yeah,
It's better. But
yeah, the
Clearly.
Canada side is way better.
Right?
But yeah, we did stay at the Buffalo 4 Miles
Yeah.
State Park.
and then we did like the
Okay.
whirlpool hike. We did a couple of hikes.
We did a
but-
couple of hikes of the whirlpool. That was pretty cool.
But we would love to explore
yeah.
New York's backcountry. Definitely.
Yeah. No, and there's so much. I mean, there's the Adirondacks, right? All those kind of things. So, I mean, that
Yes.
that was
Yes,
so
yes.
cool to do too, for
Mhm.
sure. Another thing, because we love to winter camp, we love to snowshoe. Do you guys have snowshoes?
Mm-mm.
No.
But I would love to try it.
Yeah, you should.
I would
I
love
feel
to.
like
I've
me
been
too.
looking at them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
go on sale.
we've talked about it.
Yeah, definitely.
We have
That's
all
gonna
the
love
tools,
it.
so-
Yeah.
Check out one of your local outfitters and see if they rent.
Oh, you
allow
could probably rent
you can
them.
rent them. You can try
Oh,
test
yeah,
drive.
they do probably rent them. That's right.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, we have a few outfitters around here that allow you to take them for the weekend, and
They do.
whether you want to be downhill or cross country or
Oh, yeah.
snowshoeing. So
No, it's
Yeah.
nice for sure.
it's not too bad. It's not bad.
No, it's awesome for sure. But you have a hot tent. We don't have a hot tent. Tell us about this.
I just got a hot tent last year.
Yes.
Last winter, I just got it, and I'm looking forward to when it gets colder and then get some
Okay.
snow. I'm gonna bring Gretchen.
Yeah, I
along.
haven't hot tented yet.
Yeah. I
Okay.
got some
Okay.
pots and everything, wood burning stove. Yeah, I want to
What,
use it more this winter.
What style of what model do you have?
I have the one Tigris hot tent.
Tigris.
the-
okay.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty tall. Like you can stand. I think it's 7.5 feet tall.
Teepee style.
I was gonna say that. Is
Teepee
it
style one,
teepee?
right?
Yeah, it's a teepee. It has 2 doors. It has 2 vents on top. It's pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend John, he had one, and we spent the night at Mohican in Ohio, and I loved
right.
it. It got so hot in the 90s that everybody was stripping down, opening the doors because it was 90 degrees in there.
That's. I mean, you
gets
can't
really
sleep at 90. Come on.
Yeah, that's
No.
yeah. You must have
No.
got that little stove like cranking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do you have cots in there then? Is that what you brought?
Yeah, I got 2 cots.
Okay. I mean,
That
that's the
collapses. Yeah.
Okay. Because there's a thing, and then we've talked about it before, how you either have to stoke the stove all
So
night.
you get up every 2 hours and put more wood to it,
Right.
Or
That's the only bad thing. You got to keep feeding the wood stove.
I know. Or
you let it go out and you cold camp.
you're a cold sleeper then.
Cold sleeper.
I'm a hot sleeper. She's a cold sleeper. But she gets up a couple of times a night to use the restroom, so she can stoke the fire when she gets, when she uses the restroom.
Bonus.
I'm not even hot tented, but I already got a job to do.
Oh yeah, you've been voluntold.
Like, what if I don't have to get up that night?
Someone else will
Wake up to frostbite. I mean, I don't I don't want that pressure on me.
It's on. No, you are.
You'd be like, hey,
I guess I'll have to report back.
Oh man, gosh, that is so funny.
Yeah, that's one of an item that we still don't have is getting a hot tent.
Yeah,
and we've looked at different models and stuff like that, and
You're
and
so
such,
funny.
and I mean, but getting one of the bigger, heavier canvas styles.
I know.
But we just haven't figured out, which way we want to do. I mean, we want to actually take it and snowshoe out someplace.
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh,
Like on a sled and everything? Yeah, like beautiful, right? So I kind of want that.
So looking at either it's called the Wall Tent Company or a Snow Tracker, and they probably somewhere in the midst of maybe a 10 by 12 or a 10 by 13 of that big size.
Sounds like a party tent.
And
there's so many different sizes.
Just to be able to have a space for to sleep, and then another little space where you can set your 2 little chairs up and be in front of the fire and kind of a thing. Read or eat or just to have that little bit of extra room.
Doc just said, "Do you need a hot tent with the overland camper?" It's just a different form of getting out, dog. That's all. That's all.
We are agile and versatile. Come on.
Right. And then we were chatting earlier about how you're a great cook. Like you guys both love to cook, right? Which is awesome. And we know we can eat really good, right? You can eat good on the trail. You can eat good at base camp. You can eat good if you're hot tenting, right? All that kind of stuff.
Bougie.
You can eat super bougie. You can carry it all in, which is awesome. But you guys are vegan.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
There's some challenges to that.
There can be. I think
if you don't cook,
I think if you don't cook, it gets challenging.
You can veganize any recipe.
Mm-hmm.
She's a better cook, of course.
I am. I am. I mean,
but I mean, it's not like you can just go and get a mountain house.
Correct. So only certain, and I mean, I haven't done tons of research, but Backpacker Pantry has options, and good food or something. Yes.
Her
quite
favorite,
a few.
Pad Thai Backpacker's Pantry is vegan, and that's her favorite. Yeah. My favorite is Three Sister Stew from Backpacker's Pantry.
Get out of here.
Yeah, the Pad Thai. Yes. We get the one with chicken. There is just regular Pad Thai.
But I didn't know. Oh.
Yes. As long as it doesn't have meat or dairy.
That's what I mean.
They'll say it. So we do have quite a bit, but I personally prefer I dehydrate my own meals and make my own meals. I just
nice
because to me always first I can't eat the whole thing, and then so I mean if I'm not with him, and they always sit very heavy.
Not enough.
So
what's your favorite thing to cook out there in the backcountry that you dehydrate yourself?
Me is Willie's chili.
Yes, that's
okay.
Willie's chili.
That's how Tanya and I want it. That's true.
What's in Willie's chilies?
Yay! It's beefless grounds, diced tomatoes. I put onions,
The tri-blend of beans.
I put black beans or the tri-blend beans, pinto beans, and some tomato sauce, chipotle, smoked sauce, a little bit of sugar. Yeah, and that's
Everybody
it.
loves it. All our friends love it.
Our carnivore friends love my chili.
I do everything. I mean, from biscuits and sausage gravy, dehydrated, spaghetti, lentil loaf. I've dehydrated kimchi soup. I just anything at all that I eat here. Like I usually like when it rolls into the spring, I start being very conscientious of it, and then I either cook a little extra or any leftovers, and I start dehydrating and preparing for like high peak seasons.
Melissa, Gretchen has a Instagram food.
Yes.
It's just Gretchen. Oh, it's Gretchen Butterfly, and I post a ton of food recipes there.
Right.
And,
so Melissa is Tri-Duty on the Trails wife, aka Pickles. We hiked with them a couple years, 2 summers ago now. Oh my gosh.
Gretchen, what was your Instagram called again?
Gretchen Butterfly.
It's Gretchen Butterfly. Yeah, all together.
Yeah. So
you can check all her recipes.
And that would be awesome. I feel like that needs to be out more, definitely. And I don't feel like
we have a friend that says the same thing.
I have a friend that keeps saying that I should like put him on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, it's just too much work. Like, this week I made mac and cheese, and I made this sauce from scratch using oatmeal and roasted red peppers and nutritional yeast. But it's like to me, it's like a second. It's like I just cook, but I'm like, if I would have to like record.
Wow, that's crazy. I want to show you. Have you guys seen this book before?
No.
Backcountry Eats. So it's a book from a guy in Ontario. His name is Kevin Ride. His name is Kevin Outdoors. I think
Kevin Outdoors is his channel.
And it is it's so many like meals to dehydrate, but I feel like so many of them you could adapt to be vegan too, but it's a really neat little take on different things you wouldn't think to do. So Backcountry Eats.
Backcountry.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, it's really, really great. It's been a go-to for us too. Yeah, definitely.
And there's more to it in the book, how to bear hang, how to,
like
cooking stuff like that.
Yeah,
but is a lot of good recipes.
Which is really, really awesome for sure. What kind of dehydrator do you guys have?
I got it from Aldi, which is like a grocery store.
Yeah. We have Aldi.
Yeah. So nothing fancy because I wasn't sure because I'm like into everything and then I'm into nothing, like so.
Yeah, it has five trays.
Now you're my best friend again.
I mean, definitely I'm into this and then I'm not. So it's like I wasn't sure how committed I was going to be.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, if I would have known that this was going to be a thing, I would have probably invested in some monster thing. But it still does well. It has 5 trays, and I usually can get things dehydrated, overnight. So
run that thing till it dies, and then upgrade.
Right. Well, that's the thing too. And you are only 2 people, right? You don't need to make a million things too, right?
Although we've seen people make a lot.
Well, we have 2. Oh, look at this. See, even Tanya said
freeze it. Freeze everything. Yeah.
Gretchen was a lot of help and inspired me to find it. See?
We love you, Tanya.
That is so awesome.
Love Tanya soap and chapstick. I used the chapstick every day.
Yes.
We loved. I got soap too from Tanya when we were in the Red River Gorge, and it was the last one. I was like, "We're gonna go there. Can you please find one?" And I love it. I love her stuff. It's so beautiful. Maple water. I always get it wrong. Maple Water Soap Company, right? Maple water. No, I'm going to say it wrong. I'm sorry, Tanya. It's either water, maple water. That I know. What's happening for the rest of the year for your trips? We know you're going to Indiana next weekend.
We are.
We're going to Dayton this weekend. Meet up with Gretchen's friend, Lori, and her dog, Duke. We're going to have a good time.
Okay.
And then Indiana
at the end of the month, and
And
We have a New York trip, but that's not hiking. Well, it's gonna be hiking in the city, New York City.
Yeah,
we
we'll be.
have 2 trips. We're doing Manistee River again.
Oh yeah, that's right. November we're doing.
Yeah.
we want to
We're
go
planning
to
to go back.
Manistee River. We haven't done it this year, so we've been itching to go.
Who are you going? Are you going with
And-
somebody?
No,
No.
Okay.
Would you guys
welcome
like to
tag
go?
along.
We gotta see what weekend you're going. We already have 2 things booked in November, but maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
I'm-
we're doing what is it called? I don't have it here. It's Kentucky with the big waterfall. They say that is the Niagara Falls of Kentucky, and why can't I remember? But
Of
we're
Kentucky.
doing that. Yes, we are. What is it called? I can't believe
I never heard of that.
Cumberland Falls.
Cumberland Falls.
Cumberland Falls.
Cumberland Falls.
Yeah, who was just there?
Who was just there?
Wasn't Jeremiah and Jason there?
They might have been. I don't know.
I have to double check that. Someone was just there.
Okay. Cool. That's fun.
Here's a little something for you. Doc Watson said my son's mother-in-law makes this amazing vegan cheese sauce. Dairy allergies, I think, is cashews and carrots.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yes. I make a carrot and potato cheese sauce. You wouldn't know.
Potato and
That's
cheese
crazy.
sauce.
Really?
Carrot and cheese
It's
sauce.
like Velveeta
Wow.
Gold. It comes out delicious.
Mhm.
All right. Well, the
Yes.
Bullock Experience, that's where they live. They live in Cumberland Falls area. Very nice.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Tanya,
okay.
it's so beautiful. Oh, that's cool. And then any plans for a through hike? And to me, a through hike is anything more than 4 days. You're going like, you know what I mean? Like you're carrying some stuff.
Oh, she wants to.
Well, she wants to go back to Laurel Highlands.
I want to go back and finish it.
And I told
for
her I
sure.
would go with her if she lets me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is
And
in
how-
PA.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Is 70 miles.
70?
Mhm. It's 70 miles.
That's doable. That's
Yeah.
doable.
So it's
for
doable.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I
Right?
think that's the only. Willie's not into through hiking, so
I mean, I would do
No.
it with whoever wants to,
You know, I know. And I mean, you have to take time off and whatever and time and effort. But when we were hiking into the Hanson's Point, right? And then the turtle, the Sheltowee Trait, I was like, this is part of the Sheltowee Trait, right?
It is. Yes, and that trail has some good mileage.
I know.
Some
I
spicy
know.
elevation too.
there's still
Right.
a lot of trails we haven't done in
I
Kentucky.
know. It's
There's
just
so many.
so much to do.
Okay. So that's the thing. So how if we were to come to Ohio, it's okay. He hates Ohio. It's
Wait,
okay.
what
You're not going to
Why would you
Kentucky.
come here? We'll go to you. It's fine. We'll go to you.
But
It's fine.
if we were going to come to Ohio,
Yes.
where would we go? What would you show us?
Oh,
I think
Tanya says
definitely
Kelly goes through
Archer's
Cumberland Falls.
Fork is beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, Tanya, thank you for that tidbit because we're definitely doing some hiking, but we're base camping at Cumberland.
Right.
Of course, I mean, backpacking.
Wayne
It
National
will be in
Forest.
Wayne
It
National.
will have to be Wayne National Forest. They have Wildcat Hollow. They have
Okay.
Lake Vesuvius, Archer's
Okay.
Fork, Zaleski.
Yeah, but if I wanted to razzle dazzle them, it would probably be Archer's Fork. And
Okay.
and then tons of day hiking in Cleveland and Cuyahoga Valley National.
Yeah.
Like those would be, I think, in my opinion, the razzle dazzles.
I'm sorry, babe.
I mean, well, there's Hocking Hills, but that is too people-y. Like,
Yeah.
and you have rocks in Michigan, so it's fine. Like
We
Michigan
do.
is-
We
I'm sorry,
do. We
Michigan
do.
is 10 times
Michigan,
better than Ohio.
you guys have better
Mississippi.
beer. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't like
We do.
last
We do
time
have good
when
beer
we
here.
went and we had that blowout trip at that place, and then we just ended up just looking for beer and somewhere to sleep. I'm like, I'm moving here. We were
It is
in
pretty
Ann Arbor, and I'm like, I'm moving here. That's it. They got the beer.
Right. Alan's gonna let Alan, that is not happening. That will never happen. Just you don't have, so on when John turned 50, a friend of mine worked at the restaurant we were at and got him a present. And he's like, I'm not even want to touch the present because she's an Ohio State fan. So he asked,
she's a huge Pukai fan.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this red bag shows up at my birthday.
Yeah. And he asked for plastic gloves.
I told the waitress, who's taking care of it? Mindy.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't.
Oh no, whatever. Lily
was.
Yeah.
And I said, go give me a pair of rubber gloves.
Yeah.
So she got rubber gloves. I opened it up. I was like, ooh. I knew exactly what it was.
But I just thought of something. You know what we should plan to do is have you been to Nordhaus Dunes?
No.
Look up Nordhaus Dunes. Because that's like it's a quick little a mile and a half, 2 mile hike, but you like all of the campsites are all on Lake Michigan. It's outstanding.
If you like hiking through sand.
Well, there's not a lot of sand to hike through, but a little bit of sand, but it's not terrible.
Where the heck you been?
Well, I can suffer through it. Right? Wow. So you guys have lots going on. That is so amazing. Right?
Have fun. That's for sure.
Well, if it's not fun, we're not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, geez, we have a question.
Yeah.
Right?
Pickles.
Oh, what did she say?
She says, but for real, tell me where to find vegan recipes. Please comment on this post your hashtags to cook your magic.
Okay.
Yes.
So you better respond to her or something. Okay.
I will.
Yeah, she will.
I will.
There you go, Pickles.
Okay. Oh, question from Matt
my
Hippies.
Gosh, I love it.
Scariest moment on the trail.
Ooh.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, I love this.
Scariest moment on the trail.
You want to go first? If you've had one.
No, you can go ahead and see if it's the same as me.
No, because I was alone.
Okay. What was it?
So I was doing a solo in Mohican. And I was in my tent. I know, like those dark days. And I'm laying there and I hear these noises. And I don't know what it was. And it sounded very, very demonic, like in the woods. And, I'm doing this. It was actually my first ever solo. Because I had an attempted solo and I got spooked out and hiked at night. And that was silly. But anyway. So now I'm laying there and it's like these noises and I'm like, oh my God, what it is. And it sounded very territorial. So luckily I had cell service and I started Googling animal noises. And it was barred owls, but they were apparently it was some territorial thing. And they sounded not like the typical who cooks for you. It was like, I'm gonna beat your butt. I don't know what it was. But anyway.
Wow.
I'm not scared of them anymore. I have this huge tattoo of a barred owl on my arm now because I just think it was just so silly. But at the moment I was very scared. So
but it's the unknown. Like that is you're like, what is it? You're Googling it and whatever. You don't know what it is out there.
It's like, of course there's nobody on the weekend. It was just me. And yeah.
Jeez, I tell you.
I think I've never had a scary moment except for
challenge accepted.
No, it was weird. When I did a solo, there was this weird noise. It sounded like a baby crying. I don't know if it was a bobcat. I don't know what they sound like.
Oh, jeez.
And it was intimidating. It sounded like, oh man, something's like they were stepping on a baby screaming or something. I don't know. It was something weird. I don't know what it was, but that was,
I bet it was a cat. I bet it was.
You hear the weirdest things at night.
You do.
Of course, your mind plays tricks on you.
And I forgot Gretchen, Melissa, she has an owl tattoo too. And she's on Instagram. She's Owl Girl. So when you guys connect, you'll see that
I'm
too.
going to look her up. Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you guys do that. That is just freaky stuff. It's like, wow, crazy. Tony's saying here, kitty. No kitties. Wow. I love it. I love it. Holy moly.
For big kitties.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah. So yeah, there's like what was the count?
431 or something, I think it is.
Is it?
I think it's just shy of 500, I think.
You're talking
The cougars.
Cougars.
Yeah.
That's how many cougars have been
Are in the UP.
captured in the UP.
On people's trail cam. So
whether it's the same ones, but there's been maybe there's been sightings.
Well,
but there's someone's trail cam. They had 5 of them in a row.
5 in a row, like a family.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Those are feisty, right?
They're they're over 100 some pounds.
You don't want to be near. No,
I'd
rather be with bears.
We hiked we hiked the Pictured Rock Trail. We came across, so just before we got to
it was early in the morning.
Chapel, was it Chapel?
Maybe
Rock.
Maybe Chapel. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we got there, I looked down and I saw the print.
We took a picture,
and I put my hand next to it. And I took the picture, and when we got home, I looked it up for the dimensions and everything, and it was cougar print.
Like it was crazy. We're just like, shut
it was probably
up. I know.
Days before we got there.
Yeah, I know. It was nuts. Wow. So no thanks.
I hear a lot of coyotes. We got a lot of coyotes in Ohio.
Sure.
And bobcats, but we're used to those coyotes at night. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy.
Another animal that cannot be taken lightly.
Yeah,
especially when they're a pack.
No. Well, I am so glad that we got to hang out tonight.
I know.
Same here.
Same here. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you everybody for participating in the chat.
Thank you guys who's in.
Very, very, very
nice.
We
had quite the full chat.
I love that. People. I know. It's such a good little community, which is so beautiful.
We've met so many awesome people.
Oh my gosh. That's what we love too. It's all about the people that we meet, it's
everybody's
outstanding.
Been awesome. Yeah.
Oh, incredible. So everybody, please make sure you go check out Willie Outdoors, YouTube, Instagram. We'll have to check in with Gretchen to see when the launch is of the vegan backcountry cookbook. No pressure.
That's a thing.
No pressure, but it'd be just fine. I can't wait for it. Right. But no, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad we got to connect. Thanks for coming on episode 1.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
I'm going to drop you down in the chat or drop you down in the basement, and so we can do a little outro. And,
all right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much,
again, guys.
You guys.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Here we go. Love it.
Oh gosh, that was so fun.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
I think so here's my problem. I always have so many notes. Oh, would you want to first knock it out? Here.
Let's see. How many
wait a minute.
Problems? Let's see.
So here's the thing. The thing is that I have all these notes and I have all these questions that I want to ask, but in the end, it's just a simple conversation and it just flows and it's just so awesome. And I think that's one of the things that we really love about our couples, So
yay.
Right, it is. So thank you to Willie and Gretchen, Willie Outdoors. Again, make sure that you go check them out. And we have, like we talked about, we have such good people in the chat, and they all have wonderful channels and stuff too. That I really want to make sure you see somebody you're not sure of. Again, go check them out as well. Super Good Camping, they have a podcast, so go. It's amazing. So they've got some really neat little tips and tricks, and they chat with outdoor people, so that's really cool. But another great show, honey. Another great show in the book. So episode 1 of Backcountry Couples, we're going to see you in 2 weeks. All right, so we're going to head to Canada this coming weekend. And next weekend, not this coming, next weekend.
Next weekend.
And yeah, definitely. So stay tuned.
I'm going underwater this weekend.
He is. He's going diving, which is crazy. Actually, tell them what you're doing first of all before we say goodbye.
Yeah, this weekend is my dive shop's annual pumpkin picnic, and what we'll be doing is we'll be diving up to a local lake, and we'll probably be down, I don't know, probably 20-30 feet of water or something like that. and we'll be carving pumpkins underneath the water.
It's pretty cool.
We did. I did it last year. We had an awesome time, and the weather was perfect. And hopefully, yeah, we'll see how the weather goes. It's scheduled for rain, but nevertheless, yes, I'm wearing wetsuits, and we'll be dry. But getting in and out of your wetsuit, you want to stay dry.
You do. But I think that's kind of fun that you get to do that.
Yep. Just got to gut your pumpkin first, because you do not want pumpkin guts, because it'll turn the entire lake orange.
Could you imagine that? That's crazy.
Oh,
that's pretty cool, though, honey.
Yes.
Very cool. You're gonna have
Anyways,
fun. All right.
Yo,
Yes.
have a great weekend.
Yes.
Be safe out there. And we thank you so much for watching our stream tonight.
Yeah, we've seen some new people in the house too. So beautiful. Thank you very much. Cheers to new friends.
Absolutely. We will see you all on the next quest.
Yeah, you will.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Night night.